Hi everyone and welcome back to another video. We are now in mid-December and this is the time during the year when we foreigners living here in Taiwan usually don't live here in Taiwan. Instead, we prefer to go back home to our families, back to our home countries, and then come back here to Taiwan sometime between New Year's and the Lunar New Year. But this year, since I can't really go back home, well, technically I can, but because of COVID, there's still a lot of different regulations and restrictions. For example, the plane ticket is almost twice the price. When I go back to Sweden, there will be a lot of regulations there. And then, of course, when I come back here to Taiwan, there is still this 1+1 week of quarantine, at least as I'm recording this video. So as I was sitting here in my studio thinking, what kind of Taiwan travels can I actually do during this holiday season? The Council of Indigenous People actually reached out to me to let me know that they have actually teamed up 32 Aboriginal tribes with 12 travel agencies to offer over 80 completely different Aboriginal experiences for people like me, or well, for anyone really, who just like me are wondering what kind of different and unique travel experiences can you actually get here in Taiwan. And not only that, they also decided to support me and to sponsor this video and also invite me to the Taipei International Travel Fair when they wanted me to go up on stage and talk about the amazing experience that Yuanyuan and myself had when we went to become tribal warriors with the Atayal tribe down in Guguan.
Diane, Loga.
As you may know, we actually have our own very 100% authentic Atayal tribe hunting knife here in the studio. So just seeing that on display and then hearing the stories from these travel agencies compared to actually experiencing this yourself. Of course, the actual experience is much better than just hearing about it from these different agencies. But again, of course, after walking around the travel fair, I started to realize once again how wrong I have been regarding the culture here in Taiwan. And as soon as you think you have seen it all, a completely new life-changing experience pops up literally just around the corner.
So it turns out that I was wrong, although I actually have some experience traveling and actually staying with one of these tribes. It turns out that there is so many more, and according to all these different travel agencies that I have the opportunity to talk to here today, every single trip and every single experience is just so unique.
I mean, just look at this. They literally had a full catalog, literally filled with all kinds of just different indigenous experiences. Everything from the exact tribe we went to visit down in Guguan, to some amazing landscapes down in Kenting, some absolutely stunning waterfalls in Hualien, an actual sea of clouds down in Alishan, and then my absolute favorite ATV adventure in Ilan of all places. If you have subscribed to my channel for some time, then you may already know that I'm more of a fan of the outdoor, a little bit more adventurous kind of travel. For example, a couple of years ago we went to the Philippines, had all kinds of crazy adventures, including these ATVs. So if I'm able to combine my absolute favorite type of trip and adventure with actually learning a little bit more about Taiwan and the indigenous culture and history here as well, it made me thinking, what other kind of unique activities can I actually experience here in Taiwan? So as I continued to walk around the travel fair and the more I got to talk to the different travel agencies, the more I understood that I really don't understand that much at all regarding the Aboriginal culture here in Taiwan, and by extension, I don't really understand that much about the culture and history of Taiwan itself. So this was a great eye-opener to get an idea of just how many different tribes there are out there, and also how you can experience all these tribes in so many different ways. And as I mentioned, I also had the honor of actually going up on stage and share my experience living with the Atayal tribe down in Guguan.
我是一个外国人介绍台湾，但是我在台湾8年多左右，我发现我只有一个外国人介绍台北。对我来说，台湾的食物文化又是什么时候都可以去7-Eleven吃饭。哦，对。但是去那边才发现，台湾有另外一个文化，没有 7-Eleven 的文化。
So, as the Tianlongren I am sitting here in my Taipei studio, I of course realized that I have completely missed out on a huge part of the Taiwanese history and the Taiwanese culture. So of course there must be millions of different Aboriginal things I have absolutely no clue about. But something that I do know, and something that you will realize right away if you do get to experience the Aboriginal culture, that is that music, singing and performances is not only a huge part of the Aboriginal culture, it's also a great way to actually get to know the tribe and the tribal members themselves a little bit more as well.
如果我是原住民，那请问你是谁？如果我是原住民，那请问你是谁？哎呀，
如果我是外国人，那请问你是谁？如果你是外国人，那请问你是谁？来自法国的圆圆是我。Yeah.
Okay, I think it's best for everyone involved if we just let the Aboriginal community take care of the music, singing, and performances by themselves, just so you get an idea of how it actually should sound like. Done here at Taipei International Travel Fair, and we get to experience at least a little bit more insight regarding the life in the Aboriginal culture. Of course, I don't have the opportunity to talk about every single different trip during this video, because again, these 32 tribes have paired up with these 12 travel agencies and are offering over 80 different travel experiences for you. But I will actually list all the possible links down in the description, but then it's actually up to you to go and check out every single one, just to make sure that you find the ones that are suitable for you.
谢谢你，感谢你，就是马好外书瓦来。
马好来书买外。
哦，好 ，OK。帅哥叫马万。
马万。
马万公。
外国人。
从很远的地方来，然后呢，很热闹，阿拉。
So please go and check that out, and I guarantee you that once you do get to explore the actual Bolo tribal village life here in Taiwan, it will literally open up a completely new mindset and door into the Taiwanese Aboriginal culture. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, my name is Lukas. Starts with L as in like, ends with S as in subscribe. Please do both, and see you all in the next one. 那么好笑吗？
好笑。
什么东西好笑？
你的鼻子好笑。
我的鼻子好笑。你要跟他们说什么？你应该说，请你们按赞。
我不要。
不要吗？你不要按赞哦。那你要订阅呢？
我不要。
你也不要订阅。